welcome to Gray Magnolias. I did an impromptu, but most definitely planned thrift store trip today after my doctor's visit because we were like right there, and I was like, okay, I haven't been in months and I need to go because it's my therapy. So it's maybe I've mentioned it already, at least at my local Goodwill, which is where I went. On Sundays and Mondays on certain colored tags, they're priced at $1.49, and then they always have the 50% off certain color tags that's always ongoing. I'm pretty sure Sunday got like picked through, so I never really expect to find much on Mondays, but that's just when I went. But I actually did get some clothes and I got some books. So I'm gonna share that. I'll share what I got with for my son first. He's super into animals and just learning, like he loves all that stuff. So we got these awesome, like it's like a guidebook for whales and dolphins, and a bird one. So it has pictures and we can actually learn. I prefer the more realistic things for him, so he just can actually learn. And then of course he's a huge bug enthusiast, so he picked this one. It's kind of like an ABC thing, so that's pretty neat. And then he also picked up, and this was $1.99, both of them, and the kids ones were 99¢. And then we picked up this kind of like old school encyclopedia thing, which I think would be pretty neat to start teaching him about different parts of the world. They had this really cool globe, but it seemed kind of like cheap and janky, so I didn't grab it, but really happy with that for him. And then I'll show the clothes because it wasn't much. I got this skirt, which, I mean, it's a little small, but I'm hoping if I like, it'll fit where I want it to sit, but otherwise it won't go over my butt. Hopefully I can make it work. But it's just kind of like a midi length. It has this floral, but like more fern-like. It's not like flowers. Black and white, $1.49. And then I like to wear tanks because it's just hot as balls where I live. So I picked up this one. No brand. Not that I can see. I don't pay attention to that stuff. Oh, there is a little tag here. It doesn't say, it just says 2XL. But it's kind of like a heather gray. So it's like tonal, like there's different kind of like yellows and creams in it. For $1.49, I like, this is nice. So I think it'd be super cute paired with that. And then, which I grabbed it, this is for sure for like in the house or we go to the park or something like that. I love anime as well. Anime, manga, I used to read a ton, but it just kind of depends what I'm in the mood for. If I pick up anything, webtoons, all that stuff. And it's funny, when I first saw this, God, this came out like 2014, I think. I was too scared to watch it because it was too gory. And I'm someone that's easily like, what's the word? I don't know the word, but I get an impression, like if I see something pretty extreme and then like I dream about it one way or another. So I was hesitant to watch it, but then when I started watching it, I could not stop. I think I stayed up past my husband and like watched all of it. So Tokyo Ghoul is the show. I haven't read it, but I think if I remember correctly, his name is Aniki. Oh, don't quote me on that. But yeah, it says, I am not the one who's wrong. What's wrong is the world. And yeah, I mean, that anime was dark, crazy. We just started watching Chainsaw Man, which is really gruesome. But I was talking to my husband. I was like, you know what? Out of everything we've seen, and we've seen quite a bit, we were like real avid watchers back in the day, pre-child. And we had, control of the TV. So we've seen quite a bit, and we watched a little bit of everything. I think I lean more toward, it's funny, I do like some romance ones, like for sure. but I lean more towards the, I guess you could call them shouju, where it's like a lot more action and just, fast paced and just fighting, and it's just like really cool. I love that. But yeah, I told him, I was like, even though this is like really messed up and gory, like lots of blood and just cutting and nothing blurred, nothing cut, screen cut or whatever, Tokyo Ghoul was still more disturbing, at least so far, because we only saw one episode of Chainsaw. But Tokyo Ghoul was still more disturbing than anything else we've seen. There is another anime he mentioned. I was like, I know, but it was just one part that was just almost too much to stomach. I listened to crime podcast, so that is telling you something, that it was too much to stomach. Okay, now to my haul of books. So I got 8 books, all 99 cents. Okay, I'm refilming this because I just realized how much I ramble. But to show you my haul, it's a very springy haul, I later realized, because there's literally flowers on 7 out of the 8 books that I found. So I'm going to hop right into it. The first thing I found was Cry Wolf by Tammy Hogue. It is a suspenseful romance thriller where a lawyer, she kind of messes up on a case, so she's going back to her hometown in Louisiana, where this rogue, mysterious man who's like a womanizer and a horror writer sets his eyes on her, and then she's being chased. And by the blurb on the back, I feel like it's implementing that maybe the male protagonist is the killer that's after her, but I could be wrong. I actually started reading this and I'm enjoying it. I decided to film kind of like a read reaction along type thing. Sorry, burping. So yeah, I'm really excited to read it, and it has a beautiful step back. Quite different than what I've seen. I'm sure there's a lot that are, more modern per se. So yeah, I'm excited. I've never read anything of hers, and so far I'm on chapter 3 and I'm enjoying it. So hoping I stick to it, because my reading has not been there, like I've mentioned numerous of times. Next we have Seduced by Virginia Henley. This is a historical romance, and I didn't really read the back. When I go into a thrift store and I look at the book section, I cannot talk today. My instant buy is Lisa Kleypas, because I haven't read a lot of her books, but I have yet to read a book that I didn't like, except for book 1 in the Ravenel series, which is, hold on, it's Cold Hearted Rake. I actually listened to it on audio. Here's the setback. But what's her name? Kathleen. Terrible. I did not like her. She is my least favorite Ravenel by marriage girl, or however that works. Did not like her. But I want the collection, so I got the book. Anywho, so this is Seduced. Look at this step back. Oh my god. Just... oh, I hope it makes a comeback in its own way. Obviously, because this is like very old school, but it's just something about it. Like these, because now a lot of indie authors are coming out with an explicit cover where it has like maybe a shirtless man or just people on the front. And then they come out with the discreet cover, which is just words like this. But best of both worlds, to like have your little discreet cover if you don't want to, be caught reading that in public per se, but then a little, surprise on the inside. Oh my god, just the passion in this. There's like a mask, so I'm thinking a masquerade or something in there. It's just exquisite. Love. And then this is a Lisa Kleypas that I picked up. Pretty basic cover, but again, flowers. Someone to Watch Over Me. It does have this. I wish there was this setback on the inside. Never read this one. But yeah, honestly, I know she has some books that aren't as popular. But and then next I picked up this one, which is called Eventide by Margaret Dobson. assuming it's like a women's fiction suspense type of romance. It just says romance, but oh my god, this was $2.95 when this came out. Gosh, like what? This was published in '84, so this might be the oldest book I have. So the cover just kind of really got me. Yeah, so there's that one. And then my next one, which is a romance as well. This writing's pretty nice. It's quite spacious. It's called Summer by Edith Wharton. So it just has this beautiful springy cover. I need to continue removing my stickers, which I figured out with a hairdryer, it works pretty well, give or take. Next, this is, when I see this, I'm like, grab. Especially on the spine. This is called Whispered Kiss by Jane Taylor. Oh my gosh, just so, I mean, this really reminds me of my childhood. This is a historical romance by Zebra, and I love the smell of old books. Like, so good, so comforting, and oh my gosh. Okay. I was gonna say there's no chapters in this book. But yeah, no, this is beautiful. I love this writing. I think it's showing backwards for you guys, but it's beautiful. I mean, I saw this, the spine, and I was like, mine, and 99 cents. I mean, come on. And then I picked up this one, which is Wild Masquerade by Lisa Bingham. It's the third book, apparently, according to this little blurb at the bottom. The final delightful chapter of Lisa Bingham's Three Sister Trilogy. Sensuality, humor, intrigue, and the series you'll never forget. This book, which in the clip that I deleted, I was like, oh, that's when I first opened it, because again, I just aim for cover, and if I maybe recognize the author and I have some of their books that I want more of, then I save it or grab it, buy it, all that good stuff. So this is called The Heart of the Rose by June Barraclough. I think he's grabbing the nape of her hair, which is super hot. He looks okay. I don't know. He looks a little funky in my opinion. And there's this mysterious character in the back. And then right here as well, we have, you know, all these other people and things. So, you know, by the cover alone was really stunning. And I open it and the words are microscopic. I would understand this font if it wasn't a massive book. Like, for example, if you open up like a Ken Follett book, I mean, that man writes like an animal. That's one of my favorite authors. So like super tall, you know, 1,000 pages, and the book itself is like narrow and small. But I mean, look at this. Look how close I have to get to even... I'm only 28. I do wear glasses. I don't need glasses to read yet. But this, I was like, okay, I'm going to have to reconsider. And then on top of that, there's no chapters. There's parts. So you get to a part, and then however long that is just continuous. And the only break, this is actually the copy page, but the only break you get is just a significant space. And I was like, I'm going to have to really look into this one to know and decide if I'm even going to keep it in my collection. So yeah, that was my haul. It was really nice to go to the thrift store again. Let me know if you'd like to go thrifting. What do you aim for when you go to the thrift store? If it's clothes, home goods, which is a weakness of mine. I left behind because I was trying to keep it under $20, you know, just like, let's be frugal, right? And I found these coasters, which I don't need any more of, but they were, oh God, they were so beautiful. They were stone on top with a little cork on the bottom. They were, the whole set was together in its holder thing, which I think was made out of wood. And then the print on it was this like a plant print, but it wasn't like modern or anything. It was quite, gave it like a vintage feel. And oh God, I wanted it. It was $2.99, which I felt like was a little pricey for it, but I mean, it was good quality. I do give it that. So I put it back. I might regret that later, but that's fine. I don't need coasters. I got a really nice pack of like wicker coasters. And then the other thing that I put back, which I kind of regret, but I also felt like it was a little expensive than what I wanted to spend while I was there, was this beautiful jewelry box. I mean, you could put anything in it, but I would put like my rings, and it was like a pink quartz, like the whole thing. And I feel like it was like legit. It was almost in the shape of a heart, but not really. It was more like a teardrop shape, and the inside had like this little bowl carved into it, and then it had a gold trim, and then on top, painted somehow, was these purple lilacs or flowers or something. Oh my god, it was beautiful, and it was like hefty. It wasn't like, okay, this is just stone painted. Like, it was pink quartz. Like, this whole had to have been this big. I should have gotten that. Should have gotten that, but that's okay. It's okay. Maybe I'll come across it again, but it was quite a find. It is what it is. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye.